Hey, what's up everybody, Nexel here. Today we are playing Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, and we are going to go over our strategy on how we beat Master Invi in the Keyblade War Part 3 event that we did over stream last night. So unfortunately for the Anguis people, Invi is actually the easiest foreteller because her mechanics are very easy to overcome. So let's go ahead and talk about Invi herself, and then we'll go over our setup and our basic strategy. So this foreteller overwrites your different strengths. Now, that part I haven't had too much of a problem with. I've only had a single cast Kingdom Hearts 3 Kyrie A, as well as Kyrie B in order to round out our buffs. So I haven't had too much of a problem with that particular aspect of it. I would not use, in this particular setup, I would not use Kingdom Hearts 3 Kyrie A with extra attack on the second slot like I have her here, because of a different technique she uses later down the line. But we'll go ahead and wait till we get there. She inflicts paralysis. Now, this can be very deterring for some people that rely on their medals going off pretty much perfectly. And the way I got around that is actually just by using Guardian Form Sora. So my Guardian Form Sora does have the pet trait of Paralysis Resist plus 100%, and that's pretty much the easiest way to get over Invi's biggest problem, which is inflicting paralysis. So as long as you have Paralysis Resist 100%, or over different medals you have like enough Paralysis Resist 20% to make 100%, this part shouldn't really be any problem whatsoever. Moving on to the next part of Invi, let's see, reflects magic-based attacks, and pretty much that means don't use magic attacks. If you have Ava, if you have Invi, if you're using Kingdom Hearts 3 Aqua, if you're using those for damage, just know that she's going to reflect it and you're going to get knocked out. So we're going to try and stray away from pretty much any sort of setups that are reliant on magic metals doing damage, unless you plan on converting them to a different attribute. So for example, if you had Master Ava on the pet slot, you could have like Blitzform Sora on this slot, but there aren't really too many tier 9s that convert a medal into a different attribute. Blitzform Sora is really one of the more unique ones that is capable of doing that, but we don't use him in this particular strategy. And then the last part, counterattacks after your slot to attack. Now, the thing about the counterattacks for the foretellers that happen at a certain slot, if you have extra attack on that particular medal, so in this case on this Kyrie, if she had extra attack, we're going to get attacked twice. So even if I put Guardian Form Sora here, which is what I originally had, because he has extra attack, we just got attacked twice by Invi, and that was not going to work. Because the way Invi's attack spread out is that, unlike us said, you start off. So you get your first turn, then she uses a strong attack. That strong attack is going to take away your HP recovery 1. Then it's your second turn, then she uses a weak attack, and then you go through your third turn, then she uses her strong attack again, and then you go through your fourth turn. You revive, sorry, you revive with second chance on that third turn. Then on your fourth turn, she uses a weak attack, which keeps you alive for 1 more turn, so you get 5 total turns in order to beat Invi. And in order to survive the weak attacks, I just needed that second slot to not have extra attack. So that's why my medal setup is the way it is. So we'll go over my medals and what was important about them. So Guardian Form Sora literally does no damage. Like, I've tried mixing him around, but his strength stat is just too low. The big thing about him is this Paralysis Resist 100%, because that's going to get over Invi's biggest hurdle. Next, we have Kingdom Hearts 3 Kyrie A. This one is the one without extra attack. And again, we just don't want to get attacked twice. Really, this is enough to overtake the strength debuffs that we were getting. So she's just used for HP recovery, for gauge restoration, and for second chance. Moving on to the next Kyrie, we have Kingdom Hearts 3 Kyrie B. Her big thing is really going to be that buff where she gives strength plus 500 and defense plus 500 for each activation of her. And we do have extra attack, so that's an additional plus 1000 upright metal strength and plus 1000 defense. She's not really used for damage because, again, we are using the Sleeping Lion. So she does not have a slot where she works well in unless it's the pet slot. But Invi reflects magic damage anyways. So there's no point. It's good that we actually have her on a slot that doesn't do a lot of damage. Because in order to activate her Supernova attack and to get those Strength plus 500s, Defense plus 500s off, we need her to be doing only 1 damage in order for us to survive. So the Kyrie B is here for her Supernova attack as well as her special attack that increases our upright metal strength. Moving on to the next medal, we have Supernova plus Kingdom Hearts 3 Lee without extra attack, but great strength traits as well as ground. This one is for damage. Lee is strictly for damage, copying Ultimate Form Sora, who is still by far one of the best medals in the entire game. He's got extra attack, strength plus 2,500, and ground enemy defense minus 60%. Again, this Ultimate Form Sora is for doing damage, for dealing a lot of damage. Next, we followed up with an Angelic Amber, which again is a copy medal. She has pretty much almost perfect traits, minus that max gauge is +2. So strength plus 3000, extra attack 40%, ground enemy defense minus 60% are the relevant traits on here. Lastly, we are borrowing a Supernova Plus Gula, who is a foreteller medal. He has that inherent high strength, great multiplier, has the ability to increase speed metal strength by 1500 for each activation, and with extra attack that's plus 3000, pretty much going to himself on his extra attack. He also has a Supernova attack that gives speed metal strength plus 4500, which is a huge amount, pretty much rivaling Kingdom Hearts 3 Kyrie B, but specifically for speed metals. So this was the setup that we used. Let's go ahead and hop right in, and I'll show you how everything progressed. So let's skip the cutscene to avoid spoilers. So you can see there that 2 slot with the little revenge counter thing. That means at slot 2, after you activate your medal, she's gonna hit you. There's no way of getting around it. As far as I know, there's no way of getting around it. So first of all, what I did is I overrode her buffs with Kingdom Hearts 3 Kyrie A, bringing her down to pretty much minus defense debuffs. Then we activate Guardian Form Sora. It really doesn't matter, honestly. Guardian Form Sora is just there for that paralysis resist. That's really all he's there for. We activate the Kyrie, and because that is the second turn, we do get attacked by one of Invi's weak attacks. Now keep in mind that weak attack, while it is weak, took away about 2500 HP from us. So if I had extra attack on a medal that didn't heal in that second slot, that'd be minus 5000 HP, and that's too much HP gone. So let's go ahead and activate the Kyrie B. Again, we want to keep her weak, so we're not going to activate a Supernova plus 280% right before her. But we will activate it now. So let's go ahead and activate our Kingdom Hearts. Actually, let's activate the Amber. Because when it comes to using the medal for a plus 280% special attack bonus, the earlier on it is in your setup, the more you want to use the Supernova attacks that won't do damage, so that you can save the ones that will do damage for later on in your setup when you have more buffs. Then we use Kingdom Hearts 3 Lee. Again, this is going to give us that plus 1500 upright metal strength from Ultimate Form Sora. Ultimate Form Sora is for damage, just like the Lee, and for stacking that upright buff. And then we just activate the rest of this. The rest of this is damage. So damage, damage, more damage. And then this should be her weak attack. Or I'm sorry, the strong attack. So this is going to knock us out. So there's our HP recovery 1. As you can see, we have been pretty massively debuffed. But it's okay because the Kingdom Hearts 3 Kyrie A, along with Kingdom Hearts 3 Kyrie B with extra attack, does bring us back up to regular buffs. So let's go ahead and just activate Guardian Form Sora. Keep in mind, though, that if Guardian Form Sora was a magic medal, I wouldn't be able to use this particular setup because Invi would reflect the 1 damage and then knock us out. So just keep that in mind, that you revive with 1 damage and Invi reflects magic damage. So we couldn't even activate that Kyrie B Supernova if we wanted to. So then we activate this. So we're not back at our full buffs yet, but then we activate the Kyrie B. And we activate her again. And that pretty much brings us up to good buffs. Now the rest of the debuffs for Invi are going to be taken care of with the Ultimate Form Sora activations. So let's go ahead and activate the Kingdom Hearts 3 Lee here. And then start attacking again. So just cranking out damage with these last few medals. Okay. And then we get hit by the weak attack. And this is why it was important that we didn't have extra attack on that second medal, because getting attacked twice there without being able to heal would have actually knocked us out. That would have been enough damage in order to take us out. So let's go ahead and activate our Guardian Form Soras again. Again, we don't need to activate them. It's really just for that paralysis resist. So second attack goes off, and then she attacks us. We activate the Kyrie Bs. And then we activate Ultimate Form Sora to give us that plus 280% special attack bonus. Then we just go with the rest of it here. And this is all damage. All this is damage. You need to have the damage in order to take her out. So let's actually hang on just a minute. It looks like our game froze, so we will have to reset and come back to it in just a second. Alright, coming back to how we defeated Invi. So we activated the Ambers, and again, that was really for damage and for the strength buffing. And then we're activating our Gulas now, again, for damage and for the speed strength buffing. So So we get hit with the strong attack again. We come back. Let's just pass these and then activate our Kyrie A. Again, this is to heal us and to restore our gauges. Now we are back to the Kyrie B. Let's go ahead and activate her special attacks. That's going to give us plus 1000 upright buff. Then we activate pretty much both of these supernovas. So we activate the Kyrie B, giving us plus 5000. And then we activate... I don't believe we actually activate the... No, we don't activate the Ghoulie yet because we still have one more turn left. So let's go ahead and activate these for damage. And then next turn we get our Ghoulie off. Okay, so this should be followed with the weak attack that we're able to survive. So this is the last turn. Again, you only get 5 turns to defeat Invi because the progression of turns is your turn and then she hits you with a strong attack that knocks you out. HP recovery goes off. Then you get hit with a weak attack on the second one, so you survive that turn. On the third attack, at the end of your attack, she hits you with a strong attack, you get knocked out again. Then it's a weak attack on the 4th turn and then the strong attack on the 5th one, which is going to knock us out. So we will go ahead and tap with the Guardian Form Sora. Again, he is not there for damage, he is there for the paralysis resist. And then we activate the Kyries. Activate the Ghoulie to give ourselves plus 4,500 speed metal strength, as well as 280% special attack bonus. And then we just go on with the rest of the setup here. So this is our last turn. So we have to get her down, I believe, to roughly like 800,000, somewhere around that range. So like 88,000. And that is how you defeat Master Invi for the Keyblade War Challenge. Again, there's a lot of moving parts, so like I was saying in the Ased video, if you can't beat it now, don't feel too discouraged. This quest should be around for as long as the game exists, because it is canon storyline. So don't worry if you can't beat it now. There will be things released in the future that are going to make this quest easier, so don't stress out too much. It's going to be like the Chasm of Challenges, but hopefully actually stays the whole amount of time rather than them resetting it every once in a while. But that was my strategy in order to beat Master Invi. So that is all for this video. As always, if there are any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to drop them down in the comments below, and I'd be happy to answer when I have the time. We do have a Discord. The link is right there, and we do have a question for the week. If you wanted to answer it in the Discord, you are always invited. But that's all for now. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, take it easy.